As a content creator, you're probably wasting tons of time right now on a bunch of things and you don't even realize it. And I'm not talking about the creative stuff, I'm talking about the repetitive tasks that you have to do that are part of being a content creator. So by the time you're done with this video, you're gonna know how to save hours per week by using these 5 AI tools. Starting with ElevenLabs. So when it comes to ElevenLabs, a lot of people think that ElevenLabs is the place that you go to if you need some type of other voice and you type in some words and then it's going to give you those words back in whatever voice it is that you choose. That is indeed one way that you can use ElevenLabs, but the way that I'm gonna share with you is going to save you time. So the version that I'm talking about with ElevenLabs is first you go to ElevenLabs.io and then you click on Voices. From there, over to the far right of the search box, you're going to see an area called Create or Clone a Voice. With this feature, of course, you can design other voices, but the thing I want to bring your attention to is the voice clones here. With this, you can clone your voice with 10 seconds of audio here. If you want to make it sound even better, you can do it with 30 minutes of clean audio. Now I'm going to show you the output of this here in just a second, but first I want to share with you how you can use this to save yourself time. So, you know, when you're making video recordings, there's sometimes where you say something and it might not have come out the way that you intended, or maybe you're sharing some numbers about something and you didn't get those numbers right, or you said something wrong in terms of the pronunciation, something like that. This is going to make it to where you don't have to turn your camera on to fix it. You don't have to turn your microphone on to fix it. All you have to do is type in some text and it's going to fix it for you. Let me show you. Once you have your voice cloned, then you go into Voices here inside of ElevenLabs. Then you click on My Voices. And then here you can see I have my voice cloned right here. So what I want to do to use this is I want to come over here to this side and I want to click on Use Voice. So let's say I was mentioning numbers and I said the wrong number. Inside of ElevenLabs, I can type 36 and then I come down here and I click on Generate Speech. 36. Once it generates it, click on the play button here to make sure that it gives you the output that you want. And if so, click the download button. Now, just so you know, when you are using this, you might have to run it a few times in order to make it sound exactly like what it is that you intended. And if you are not getting the result that you wanted, you can make adjustments over here in order to fine tune the speed and things like that you're saying things. And another tip that I have for you is I found that typing numbers out works better than typing the actual numbers themselves. If you want to create pauses between words, commas can work sometimes, but I found 3 dots work better. And I've also found it works better with sentences instead of having to do full paragraphs. However, you can generate multiple paragraphs and then edit them together later. It's your call on how you want to use it, but the idea is that you can use this instead of having to turn on everything and re-record everything in order to make it right. The second tool on our list is also going to help you with your audio, and it's going to make your audio sound better. So, you know, when you're making a video, sometimes there can be background noise or maybe a car drives by and it's a little louder than you had hoped and you listen to it back and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that car was driving by. Or there's something going on in the room, you left an air conditioner on, fan on, things like that. This particular tool is going to solve all of those problems with just a few clicks. The tool is called Adobe Podcast Enhance, and this can make a world of difference in how your videos sound. In order to use it, all you have to do is drag either an audio file that you render out of your finished edit, or you can drag the video file into this box here. And then Adobe Enhance is going to process your audio for you. Now let me show you the difference this makes, even in an environment like this where I have a sound treated room and things should sound okay already. This is the original version. I'm going to show you how to use YouTube's pinned comment. And this is the enhanced version. I'm going to show you how to use YouTube's pinned comment feature that every content creator has access to get more views on your YouTube videos. Now, when it comes to this, they have a slider down here where you can adjust the intensity of the impact of their processing. So I found my sweet spot for most situations is between 50 and 70%, but of course you can adjust this to your liking. Another thing that I really like about this tool is that it leaves in some background noise, and you can turn that background noise up or down based on your preferences and how you want your audio to sound. But as you make these adjustments, it's adjusting it in real time, and then when you hit play, you'll be able to instantly hear the changes that you've made. I'm going to show you how to use YouTube's pinned comment feature that every content creator has access to get more views. Pretty incredible, right? Not only is that going to save you time when it comes to processing your audio, but it's also going to make your audio sound better. And if you have problems with your audio, it's also going to help fix those. And just so you know, it works great across the board in sound treated rooms like I'm in, cell phone videos, even videos where there's technical problems like you forgot to turn off an air conditioner. It can even get rid of a lot of that background noise as well. It's incredible. Okay, we got audio covered. Now let's talk about how to publish more content and how to stay more consistent. For this, OpusClip is going to save you a ton of time. And if you're already familiar with OpusClip, I'm going to show you something that you probably don't know about yet that's going to save you even more time when it comes to using OpusClip. But just in case somebody's watching this that isn't already familiar with OpusClip, I'm going to share with you what it is really quick, and then we're going to get into that part. So if you're not familiar with OpusClip, how it works is you drop a link from your YouTube video or any other video on the internet. From there, it gives you all of these different options that you can use. You can choose the different clip lengths, and you can select multiple clip lengths depending on what it is that you're trying to do. You can select the type of content that it is to ensure that your clips come out as good as possible. And you can even adjust the time frame of the processing of the video. So in my case, I have a 3-hour stream, but towards the end, it's a lot of inspirational messages and things like that. So maybe I want to trim that down to like the last 15 minutes or so of the stream. And then in the beginning, I have a lot of news and things like that. So I'll push that back to about 20 minutes into the stream. And then I come down to the template area and I select the template that I want to use. In this case, I'm publishing it to a YouTube channel where I publish mostly OpusClip content. And all the colors and caption styles and all that stuff, those are all customizable in here too, just so you know. And then once I have all that sorted, I hit Get Clips in one click. From there, OpusClip is going to do its thing. It's going to deliver all of this content that I can use to publish to other platforms, to publish to different YouTube channels, or to fill in the blanks on my channel if I want to be more consistent. This is a great way to get a lot more out of the content that you're already making, but let's level it up. OpusClip and Zapier, which is an automation platform, have teamed up to save you a ton of time. Check this out. In addition to these 3 quick examples I'm going to give you, you can apply this to hundreds of different scenarios. But a few examples are, you can upload a bunch of videos into a Dropbox folder, and it's going to automatically send them over to OpusClip for captioning. If you have a Zoom call or you do any type of webinars, you can have it clip your Zoom cloud recordings in OpusClip as soon as the stream is finished. You can also use the Zapier automations to turn long-form videos that you import into OpusClip into blog posts and drafts, which can also help you get out even more content. So now, if you're an OpusClip user, you can work more efficiently and you can even publish more content in other ways that you might not have been publishing before, like the blog post example. So not only are they saving you time, but they're also helping you expand your reach and your impact. Next on our list of tools that are going to save you a ton of time is ChatGPT. And it's not the ChatGPT that you're thinking about. This is Agent Mode. When it comes to ChatGPT Agent Mode, gone are the days of having to do tedious tasks. In order to use this, go to chatgpt.com/features/agent and then come down to the Try Now button. Once you click that, you can identify that you're in Agent Mode because of the agent tag right there on the screen. When it comes to ChatGPT Agent Mode, there's a bunch of different ways that you can use this, but I'm going to share with you some ways that I use it, and hopefully that will help spark some ideas. First, I have a handful of subreddits on reddit.com that I go to stay up to date with things that are happening with my industry. I want to stay on top of the conversation, so if people are having a lot of problems with something, they're having trouble understanding something, then I know to make videos about it. So I go into ChatGPT Agent, I tell ChatGPT Agent to look at those subreddits every single day, and I listed them out. And then I tell it to tell me all of the most upvoted posts and the most engaged posts, and to give me a full report every week. The result of that is Agent Mode goes and does the task, and then I get a report every single week that lets me know the top conversations that are happening around my industry. Another way that you can use ChatGPT Agent Mode is, let's say every Monday is your day to come up with video ideas. Well, in that case, what you can do is you can have ChatGPT give you a report every Monday that is just a bunch of video ideas that is relevant to you and the type of content that you make. This way, you don't have to start at zero when it comes to content ideas. You can have ChatGPT give you a bunch of inspiration that you can build off of. Now, because it has internet access and it uses a browser, it can also go and look at other accounts in your niche as well. So it can go and look, and it can let you know top performing videos on other channels in your niche, things like that. So you can also use that as a way to get reports on other things that are happening in your industry. These are all ways that you can use this amazing technology to cut down on your workload and save yourself time. But of course, make sure that you're staying in the loop so all of this can still be reflective of you and the content that you're creating. All right, so the next one on the list is also ChatGPT, but it's also not the ChatGPT that you're thinking about. This one is ChatGPT GPTs. How GPTs work is once you're logged into ChatGPT, is you can go to chatgpt.com/GPTs if you wanted to do it quickly, or you can just go over here to your menu and then you click on the Explore option under GPTs. From there, to create a new one, go up to the top right-hand side of your screen and click Create. From there, what you want to do is you want to add a name, you want to add a description for it. This can be an internal GPT or you can make it public for others. I like to keep them internal. You put very specific instructions for what you want that GPT to do. Make sure you start it with an act as so it always knows the role it's supposed to play. And then from there, give it whatever instructions that you need. As you're giving it instructions, you can prompt over here to see the output and then fine tune as necessary. You can also upload files here. So let's say, for example, you have a bunch of PDFs or SOPs or anything like that. You can upload them here, and then that will become part of the knowledge base for this GPT. You can choose the ChatGPT model that you want to use because different models are best for different things. And then here you can check the boxes for the capabilities that you want to give it. And once you have everything set up, you can come over here just like regular ChatGPT and you can prompt it. So in this case, I have this to where it gives me a bunch of community post ideas because YouTube has this feature where you can post to a community feed, and that's a great way to keep people engaged in your channel. So because of that, I use this to help me come up with posts really easily. Check this out. I come back in, I tell it to give me 30 days of community posts. I hit send, and it already has the context that it needs. And you can see here that it starts printing me out a full 30 days of community posts that I can make on my YouTube channel. Now, when it comes to using this, I want to give you a few tips. First, make sure that you do clean out the emojis because that makes it clear that it's ChatGPT. Second, make sure that you do clear out any em dashes because even if you put it in the configuration, it still likes to put them in there for whatever reason. Next, I don't recommend that even on the ones that don't have those things that you copy and paste it. And the reason for that is because I'm a fan of using these things as inspiration instead of using them as like, okay, well, the robot said this, so I'm just going to put it in there. Instead, look at it, think of how it's going to be valuable to your community, those types of things, and then make whatever adjustments that you need in order to make it in your voice and in order to make it exactly what it is that you need for the message that you're trying to share or the community that you're trying to foster. And those tips apply to most ways that you're going to use these GPTs, not just for community posts on YouTube. Now, there's a lot of other AI tools that will help you as a content creator as well. I'll put a link to a handful of videos right here. Go ahead and click into that. Or if you want to see the Zapier automation step-by-step, if you want to go ahead and get that set up, go ahead and click into this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.